This packet is incredibly important for you to be 100% honest. I can't even tell you how many candidates we lost during the background process because they lied about something in their background. And usually, not all the time, but quite often, the thing they lied about, if they had just been honest with us from the start, they would have made it through the background process. Because, if they smoked pot 10 years ago, we wouldn't have really cared. But the fact that they lied about it today, that is the issue. And for my agency, any kind of deceit during the background investigation process was an automatic disqualifier. So keep that in mind. Be honest throughout the process, and you'll be surprised how much law enforcement agencies can work with as long as you're honest about it. Some of the things that are typically disqualifying events, any kind of felony charges for the most part. Some class one misdemeanors are disqualifying as well, depending on the jurisdiction. If you have had a DUI in the last 5 years, at least in Virginia, you can't be in law enforcement, and your state might be different. And those are things you can all look up on online and see what your state's requirements are. Drug use, again, if it's something in the way in the past, there's a chance that your agency can work with it, especially for things like marijuana or less serious drugs. When it comes to things, hardcore drugs, you're talking about fentanyl or heroin, cocaine, things like that. Again, every agency is a little bit different. But again, I encourage you to be honest about it because the worst thing that can happen is for them to figure out about your drug use during the investigation process and seeing that you lied about it. So be very honest from the get-go. So how we worked in the sheriff's office in Loudon, we would receive the applications and the screening, the personal history statements, and we would, as a team, review them. We would go through the entire packet and see what we saw on that packet. The ones who had things that were automatically disqualifiers, let's say they admitted to, I don't know, manslaughter charges or something crazy, and they had felony charges, they can't be in law enforcement. Or let's say they don't have a driver's license because they're suspended. That also would be an issue. So those are things that we would disqualify people for.